by Femi Salajufen. The center referee blasts his whistle at 9 p.m. Nigerian time to signal the beginning of the biggest Africa Cup of Nations in history at the Cairo International Stadium. The Pharaohs will strive to avoid the national embarrassment Egypt suffered in 1986 when they surprisingly lost 0-1 to unheralded Senegal. This time, Egypt will be facing the Warriors of Zimbabwe in the opening match. In the previous 31 editions, the hosts have often won their opening games. There are 19 of such instances, while 9 were drawn and 5 lost, including the 1986 edition by Egypt. No home nation has lost in the 13 previous curtain races involving the home side. The last home side to lose an opening game was Tunisia in 1994 and lost 0-2 to Mali in a tournament Nigeria's Super Eagles won from the second time after 1980 triumph on home soil. The opening match is just one of the projected 52 matches, as the competition has expanded to 24 teams instead of the 16 that characterized the preceding 12 editions, in which 16 teams featured since 1996, even though Nigeria boycotted the initial 16-format edition. The numbers of participating teams have been fluctuating. At the beginning in 1957, there were 3 teams, all by invitation following the disqualification of the 4th team, South Africa, owing to its prevailing apartheid policy. Qualifying series began for the 1962 edition following entries by 9 countries, including Nigeria, Ethiopia and Egypt, both automatically qualified as the host country and title holders respectively. Morocco would withdraw before play began, thus leaving only 6 teams vying for the remaining 2 spots in the finals. Tunisia eliminated Nigeria after an ill-advised walkout in the return leg in Tunis, in which advantage was still in Nigeria's favor. Teams in the finals increased to 6 at the 1963 edition in Ghana. Nigeria qualified by default after CAF disqualified the initially qualified Guinea on technical ground. Guinean referees officiated the return leg in Conakry, in which the host team won 1-0 after a 2-2 draw in Lagos. More on this. The 1968 tournament, the 6th edition, heralded the standardization of format. 8 teams featured in the finals, and a 2-year interval in the even-numbered year was adopted, which ran till that of 2012. The 8-team format was changed to 12 at the Senegal 2012 edition. The 12 teams were divided into 4 groups of 3. For the first time, quarterfinals were introduced as 2 top teams advanced. The format changed to 16 teams at South Africa 1996. This year's edition is the first to involve 24 teams. They are split into 6 groups of 4 teams at the draw conducted in April. Thus, another phase, round of 16, is introduced. 2 teams from each group will advance into the round of 16. 4 others among the best third-place teams from the 6 groups will join the 12 that emerged first and second from each group. The round of 16 is a direct knockout stage. Opening matches of previous 31 editions: 1957 Sudan 1-2, Egypt 1959 Egypt 4-0, Ethiopia 1962 Ethiopia 4-2, Tunisia 1963 Ghana 1-1, Tunisia 1965 Tunisia 4-0, Ethiopia 1968 Ethiopia 2-1, Uganda 1970 Sudan 3-0, Ethiopia 1972 Cameroon 2-1, Kenya 1974 Egypt 2-1, Uganda 1, 1976 Ethiopia 2-0, Uganda 1978 Ghana 2-1, Zambia 1980 Nigeria 3-1, Tanzania 1982 Libya 2-2, Ghana 1984 Côte d'Ivoire 3-0, Togo 1986 Egypt 0-1, Senegal 1988 Morocco 1-0, Dr. Congo 1990, Algeria 5-1, Nigeria 1992, Senegal 1-2, Nigeria 1994, Tunisia 0-2, Mali 1996, Africa 3-0, Cameroon 1998, Bifaso 0-1, Cameroon 2000, Ghana 1-1, Cameroon 2000, Nigeria 4-2, Tunisia 2002, Mali 1-1, Liberia 2004, Tunisia 2-1, Rwanda 2006, Egypt 3-0, Libya 2008, Ghana 2-1, Guinea 2010, Angola 4-4, Mali 4, 2012, Guinea 1-0, Libya 2012, Gabon 2-0, Niger 2013, South Africa 0-0, Cape Verde 0, 2015, Guinea 1-1, Congo 2017, Gabon 1-1, Guinea-Bissau. Let's block ads. Why?